Every baseball season takes its first step under the warm, hopeful skies of spring. It's the start of a long and unpredictable campaign as new prospects strive to make the cut. Veterans aim to get one more year out of an aging body, and the winners gear up to do it all over again.
I got it.
The spring of 1992 saw the Blue Jays acquire a pair of veteran stars in their bid for another division flag.
I got someone to see it.
With their World Series hero gone, the champion Twins would have to find a way to repeat and fend off an Oakland A's team seeking to restore its glory.
Out, backwards, sprint, go! Fast, let's go fast, come on. Let's go push.
With the Pirates minus one star, would they still have enough power for a third straight crown? Or would Pittsburgh's loss be the Mets' gain?
Do it again.
Would the Braves, full of youth and pitching, earn a second straight trip to the World Series, even as the Reds regrouped for a spirited challenge?
Oh. Did you get that on camera? Got it.
Then, too, there was the prospect of coveted milestones for a pair of veterans. A season without Bo and a spring swap that would send an underachieving third baseman out of the Milwaukee Blue and into the San Diego spotlight. These and all the memorable moments from the eager days of April to the triumph and cheers of October are the story of Baseball 92, a video chronicle. With last year's MVP front and center, the Baltimore Orioles pulled out all the stops for opening day at brand new Camden Yards, an old-time ballpark in the heart of downtown. But on this day, it was the future, not the past, that was on the minds of Oriole fans as they flocked to Camden Yards in what was the first of 67 sellouts, 59 of them in a row. A former first baseman from Yale tossed out the first pitch, and the season was underway. For a team coming off a sixth-place finish, hopes for getting off to a winning start rested with former Chicago Cub Rick Sutcliffe, and neither he nor his teammates would disappoint.
Drive to center. Devereaux got a late break of the ball. Still going back. He's got it at the wall. The side is retired. The first sensational catch at Camden Yards.
And thanks to 9 brilliant innings from Sutcliffe, the Orioles' first win.
The Orioles have won it, and Sutcliffe has the shutout, his 17th lifetime shutout, his first shutout since 1989.
Right fielder Corey Snyder marked his first opening day with the Giants by robbing the Dodgers.
Stroke to right field. Snyder back, and did he catch it? He did! Corey Snyder takes one away from Mike Scioscia. What a play by Corey Snyder.
And what a start for Barry Bonds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Heading for a third straight division flag, they won 21 of their first 30 games, including 9 straight.
Andy swingers a base hit into left field, and the Pirates take the lead 5-4. Merced scores 9-0 Pirates, 10-0 Buccos.
And the Bucks lead it 7-2.
And the Pirates lead it 8-2.
And the Bucks have won another.
The Pirates get the victory when in their 9th straight game.
And with the best record in baseball, the Pirates now 12-2, and their best start to begin a season since 1914.
No Pirate was hotter than Andy Van Slyke.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Andy with a line drive, base hit down the right field line. The ball bouncing off the bullpen fence. Merced scores 4-0 Pirates. Jay Bell being waved around third. Van Slyke ends up at third base. The Pirates lead 5-0.
A season without Bobby Bonilla might have posed a problem, but with Bonds leading the way, the Pirates were as convincing as ever.
Payoff pitch, and Bonds drives it to deep right field. There's no doubt about it.
Kirk Gibson had an early season stint with the Pirates, long enough to make a lasting impression.
Here goes Gibson. Bouncing ball, hit and run. It bounces off his helmet. Gibson coming to third, and they have him in a rundown. Walker running Gibson back to second. Salazar lays on a tag. Yes, they say he got it. Can you believe that play? The ball hit Gibson's helmet as it was sneaking through the infield.
On May 1st, 1 year to the day that he became the all-time base stealer, Rickey Henderson reached a grand total.
Here he goes. Pitch is inside. Tettleton throw, and he is in safely with number 1,000.
2 days after Henderson became baseball's first player to reach the 1,000 steal mark, the Mets' Eddie Murray became the 24th player to reach a milestone of his own.
Fly ball, left field and deep. Back is Gann against the wall. Out of here. Home run, Eddie Murray, and it's home run number 400 for his career.
Later in the season, Murray would pass Mickey Mantle and become the all-time RBI leader among switch hitters. On May 30th, Cal Ripken marked the 10th anniversary of the start of his consecutive game streak. He would close out the season with a streak at 1,735 games, fewer than 400 behind Lou Gehrig. Baltimore's nemesis, the Blue Jays, started and ended the month of May in first place. Their formula? Be consistent and never say die.
Up the middle, base hit. Juicy's around third. The Blue Jays win the ball game.
And a liner into center for a base hit. White will score. Alamar's going to go to third. No. High, goes into the dugout, and this game is over. Alomar scores, and the Blue Jays scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth.
There goes Alomar. Hit into left field. Base hit from Maldonado, and the Blue Jays win the ball game.
If anyone wonders what made Toronto run, the Blue Jays just looked to Roberto Alomar, their star second baseman, who many say is already one of the best all-around players in the league. Then, too, there was 40-year-old Dave Winfield, who swung a bat that bristled with youth.
Slider belted deep to left field. Metro to the track, to the wall.
Grand Salami time. Toronto leads it 8-7. Unbelievable.
Winfield made believers out of many as he went on to deliver 26 homers and 108 RBI. And no Blue Jay was more valuable than Joe Carter, who would collect 30-plus homers for the 4th time and more than 100 RBIs for the 6th time. But it was pitching as much as offense that had the Blue Jays sizzling. World Series hero Jack Morris was on the way to becoming Toronto's first 20-game winner ever. Juan Guzman was fast becoming one of the league's most dominating pitchers. And what a start. 11 wins in his first 12 decisions.
He struck out the side. What an inning for Juan Guzman.
The California Angels tried to improve their status, but everything went wrong in May. In getting swept by the Yankees, they dropped below 500 for good. And then, in a frightening accident on the way to Baltimore, their team bus went out of control on the New Jersey Turnpike, leaving a dozen people injured.
It was just bedlam. We just didn't know what had happened, you know, and next thing we know, we're on the side, and guys are falling all over the place.
When the bus came to settle, it was nestling up to some trees that were holding the bus from falling over this embankment that we were heading over this ravine. The rest of our teammates came up, knocked out the windows on the side, so we had to climb up to get out the side windows because the bus, again, had turned over. And God was watching over that bus because when you look at the wreckage, you would immediately think that there had to be some people that were seriously hurt.
When the Angels played the Orioles 2 days later, they were without manager Buck Rogers. Sustaining 3 broken bones, Rogers would be out for almost 3 months. In the meantime, the Angels were left to the guiding hand of third base coach John Walton. Welcome to the Mike Devereaux School of Outfielding.
High drive deep to left center field. Back goes Devereaux. Still going back. Still going back.
How about
He caught it. He brought it back into the ballpark.
absolutely fantastic play. What a sense of timing that was. He brought it back in the ballpark. Devereaux up, way back. Nice going, Mike Devereaux.
On May 12th, Gary Sheffield came to bat in a game against the Mets. And for the first time since coming to the majors, he was facing his uncle, Dwight Gooden. Though this at-bat turned out to be otherwise uneventful, Sheffield's 1992 season was anything but. In a little considered swap this spring, Sheffield left Milwaukee for San Diego and turned from an unhappy and unproductive player into an unexpected shining star.
Runners on the move, a shot to third, step on the bag. What a double play by Sheffield.
At 23, Sheffield blossomed in every aspect of the game. And in a season that no one dreamed of, he even challenged for the Triple Crown. Though he came up short, he would still drive in 100 runs and bat .330 to win the batting title. As it turned out, Sheffield was one of 4 standout hitters at the top of the Padres lineup. The other 4 tops, Tony Fernandez, leadoff batter, 4-time batting champ Tony Gwynn, batting second, and power-hitting first baseman Fred McGriff, batting third.
Wow, is he a strong man.
From the sublime to the silly, the month of May had its lighter moments. But if you think that was a little strange, check out these bizarre occurrences from '92.
To a curveball hit deep to center field. Devereaux back on a drive, jumps, cannot make it. Off his glove, out of here for a home run. Yeah!
Ground ball between first and second. Runner sent all the way to throw to the plate. It's going to be close. Out! They throw to second. They got Sasser in a run down to Itzy. The runner's going to try to score another throw at the plate, and both runners are out at the plate.
Timeout called by Fletcher, and the ball is thrown by Lewis at home plate umpire Tim Sheeta.
Young's going. There's a pitch. Oh, the throw hits the pitcher.
Double play, ball to second. Lemke goes to Blauser, 1. Blauser on to first, and throw goes all the way into the third row of seats. Did that throw hit off Morandini?
I think it might have hit him right in the head, Pete. Yeah, oh, boy, and he didn't have the helmet on either.
The way Texas outfielder David Hulse was fouling off pitches, the Angels' dugout could have used a helmet, all except the trainer. He knew enough to make a quick exit after the first one.
Again, slapped that way. Same spot. Uh-oh.
You're in your holster now, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, don't do anything wrong after the game.
You never know, it might be a little target shooting down there next time. Got to hit that thing off before it gets in the corner.
Right with the 0-2 pitch. Same spot almost. That's it. Oh, mercy. Still 0-2.
Believe it or not, folks, Holtz hit a fourth foul to the very same spot.
I tell you what, if you could do that in territory, you could hit 400.
Oh, easily.
Pick a spot right up the middle.
That's right. 3/4 empty Angel dugout. There's one between the white lines. Luis Arcina throws out David Holtz.
And so finally, the Angels could reclaim the dugout they were forced to vacate.
I think it's safe.
The Oakland A's found their groove in June and went 18-9 to climb into a first-place tie. And while the A's expected Jose Canseco to do most of the bashing, they were thrilled by the comeback of Mark McGwire, who found his power stroke all over again.
Mark McGwire at the plate. Mark's had some big first-inning hits of late. And there's another one. Oh, man! That baby's way back there.
There goes a shot that's going to clear Anaheim. Way back. Home run. Deep left center field.
While McGwire was headed for 42 homers and 104 RBIs, the amazing Dennis Eckersley was piling high the save totals to 51. All that was well and good, but manager Tony La Russa did not expect that at one time or another in June, 9 players would be out of action. Still, there was second baseman Lance Blankenship picking up the slack, and shortstop Mike Bordy, a man with a hot stick.
Ball's hit down the line in left field pretty high, pretty deep, and there she goes!
First major league for Mike Bordy. Slow down, Mike, slow down.
But while the A's were smiling their way through June, they weren't the only ones on top of the West. The Minnesota Twins charged their way through a winning month to stay even with Oakland. Looking to repeat as world champs, they won 18 games in June. And while the offense was typically potent, the pitching of John Smiley was a huge plus. Filling the void left by Jack Morris, Smiley won 5 straight on the way to 16 wins. As usual, the Twins' biggest star was Kirby Puckett. At age 31, Puckett continued to dazzle with a glove and with the bat.
Oh, there's a fly ball hit to left. It's hit deep. Reimer back. It has a chance. Gone! Home run, Puckett. A display of hitting that leaves you almost speechless. Another 4-hit night. And Curly hits the ball to left center field. It is deep. It is back. Goodbye. Grand slam home run. Kirby Puckett.
Puckett was on the way to setting a Twins record, 200 hits for the 5th time. In an otherwise gloomy season for the Red Sox, Jeff Reardon provided a momentous highlight in the middle of June when he came on to relieve against the Yankees and write his name into the record books.
The crowd will tell you the story. 1-2 the count. He doesn't have a handlebar mustache. He's got a beard. He's also got a fastball. And now he's got the all-time save record, Jeff Reardon.
The last-place Mariners found a bright and shining star in rookie Dave Fleming, who won 9 straight and ended up a 17-game winner. As for their once little-noticed hitting star, Edgar Martinez was simply dazzling.
He hammers it to deep left field, way back and gone. A grand slam home run for Edgar Martinez.
Rising out of obscurity, Martinez hit .343 and became the first Mariner ever to win a batting crown. In June, the Yankees' Steve Howe was suspended indefinitely for violating baseball's drug policy when he pleaded guilty to a charge of trying to buy cocaine. It was the 7th time in his career that Howe was suspended. In case you thought catchers were slow-footed, check out Brian Harper's acrobatics against Oakland.
That's off the leg of the pitcher. Look at this play by Harper. Holy cow, what a play. I never saw that play before.
Never. He's right there, catches the ball barehanded, and gets boarded by 4 or 5 steps. Unbelievable.
Hard to believe that Kevin Brown won only 9 games last year. By the end of June, he already had 12 wins and was on the way to 21. Fellow Texan Juan Gonzalez was headed for a jackpot of his own, a league-leading 43 home runs. And how's this for a red-hot night in June?
And there's a big rip to deep center field. It is adios! There's a fly ball to deep right field. You may say adios! There's a drive to right field. Back for the wall. It could be. It's gone! 3 home runs for Mr. Wonderful.
It's the hat trick. That's why people are throwing hands on the field.
Arlington Stadium is truly Juan's world tonight.
1 month into his new job as manager of the Expos, Felipe Alou witnessed a rare feat when his son Moises took a crack at this pitch from Randy Tomlin.
And a ball hammered to deep left field, and way back it is gone. For Moises Alou, broke the bat, and the top half went all the way down to third base. Alou a home run, and the top half of the bat, most of the bat went all the way down to third base, while Moises was left with only the handle at home.
And look how far this ball gets out. This is not one that just skins over the wall.
So a broken bat home run by Moises Alou.
All-Star time in San Diego, as fun festivities and stargazing are the order of the day. What a parade of sluggers on hand. All eyes on the event before the event, the home run hitting contest. And no one hit more than Oakland's Mark McGwire.
Come on, man, come on!
Coming off a red-hot first half that produced a Major League leading 28 homers, McGwire won easily with 12. In the big event, the American League had an easy time against the Nationals. Ken Griffey Jr. took MVP honors with 3 of his team's record-setting 19 hits as the Americans won their 5th straight game 13-6. Cruising into the second half, the streaking Atlanta Braves picked up where they left off before the break. Tom Glavine was roughed up in the All-Star game, but he was on a roll everywhere else.
In the air, David Justice. He wants it, he's got it, and the game is over. And Tom Glavine has pitched his 2nd straight shutout, 3rd of the year.
Terry Pendleton was also stacking up the numbers.
Swung on, Fly ball deep left field. That ball is Broswell.
The Braves were the hottest team in the second half, thanks in big part to Deion Sanders, who found his baseball groove.
Swing and a drive to deep right field. O'Neill will play it off the wall. Sanders has another extra base hit. 2 straight triples for Deion Sanders, and 4 of those babies in 7 games. Wow.
With everyone chipping in, the Braves stayed on a roll and streaked past one team after another.
The first 3 home run game of Jeff Blauser's career. The Braves have swept the Cubs and are 2 games back of the Reds.
Olsen is out. Here comes Pendleton. It's Pena who makes the catch. What is going on?
Braves have won 10 straight and are now just 1/2 game behind the Cincinnati Reds.
17 shutouts, and the Braves have moved into first place in the Western Division.
With number 13 on the line, it took a 9th-inning miracle from Otis Nixon to rob the Pirates and confirm what the confident Braves already knew.
There's a drive. Deep right center field. Nixon goes as far as he can go. He caught the ball. He caught the ball. I can't believe it. What a catch by Otis Nixon.
The streak ended the next day, but by then the Braves were on their way. Meanwhile, Mike Devereaux was using his glove to keep the Orioles on the heels of Toronto. Devereaux was also a must with the bat, leading the Orioles in homers and RBIs.
What a night for Mike Devereaux. 2 home runs, including a grand slam, and he ties his career high, driving in 6 tonight.
Brady Anderson turned on the speed and the power. 53 steals, 21 homers. All that after only 2 homers in 91. No wonder things were highly charged at Camden Yards. Anderson was also part and parcel of Baltimore's outstanding defense.
Here's a drive to left field. Hit right at Anderson's right. Oh, a diving great game saver.
The thrills at Camden Yards kept on coming, and the Orioles, who weren't supposed to be in a pennant race, just kept coming on. Watch closely, folks. With Larry Walker in right field, you can't always take a base hit for granted.
Bien frappé, cette balle, elle tombe en lieu sûr. Après un bond récupéré par Walker, le relais arrive.
Oui.
Attends! Le retrait, 9-3.
Regardez le tir, la précision de se lancer. Un très beau lancer de vol de coup sûr à Fernandez.
Superbe jeu.
Translation, folks. Larry Walker and the Expos were the surprise of the National League. And before anyone knew who was who on the Expos, Felipe Alou's team was in contention, thanks to rising stars like his son, Moises.
Swung on it deep to left field. Way back. It is a grand slam home run. Moises Alou has won the game for the Montreal Expos with a grand slam home run in the 14th inning.
In one season, the Expos would go from 19 games below 500 to 12 above, all the while making plenty of noise in the National League East.
Marquise Grissom has tripled, singled, and homered in this game. Larry Walker for his career. 1 for 9 against Young. Here's a drive, and it is out of here. Larry Walker with a 3-run home run. And the Expos have beaten the New York Mets 7-5.
By the way, friends, ever wonder what it's like to find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time with no way out?
Look at this poor little critter. Oh, no. Imagine what's going through that skunk's mind right now. There we go. We got the walkie-talkies out. Where's Norman Schwarzkopf when you need him? They've got the trash can along the left field line, and they're trying to get him to come that way. Sure. He's about 30 feet from the trash can. They think he's going to run into the trash can. He's 10 feet away. He's 8 feet away. Guess what, guys? Skunk 1, ground crew Zippo here at Jack Murphy.
Welcome to Cooperstown, New York, for baseball's August ritual, the Hall of Fame ceremonies. Before one of the largest crowds ever, Tom Seaver and Raleigh Fingers were inducted.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Roland Glenn Fingers.
If it seems I'm a little nervous right now, I am. It's simply because I'm not used to starting things, if you know what I mean.
The crowd, made up largely of New York Mets fans, came to see their own number 41, Tom Seaver, the team's first true star and the man they called the franchise.
The one guy that taught me what it was like to be a professional, how to really be a pro, Gil Hodges. If all these other people taught me how to get here and what to do when I got here, Gil Hodges told me how to be a pro and stay here. The most important man in my life from the professional standpoint of my career.
Also inducted, umpire Bill McGowan, pitcher Hal Newhouser.
In closing, may I say that everything that I have and everything that I have done has all been because of baseball. And may I say, baseball, I thank you.
The month of August also saw Mark McGwire's splendid comeback hit a snag. In straining a rib cage muscle, McGwire would miss almost 4 weeks, depriving the A's of a bat that had already produced 38 homers. Another jolt came at the end of the month when Oakland's other Bash brother left for good.
1.5 hours ago, we consummated a trade with the Texas Rangers. We sent Jose Canseco to the Rangers and acquired Ruben Sierra, Jeff Russell, Bobby Witt, and cash.
In a trade that sent most of baseball buzzing with surprise, the often controversial slugger was now a Texas Ranger. In other big trades designed to help contending teams, Jeff Reardon went from the slumping Red Sox to the Atlanta Braves, and David Cone left the floundering New York Mets for the Toronto Blue Jays. In other news, Cecil Fielder hit the 100 RBI mark sooner than any other player this season. He would end up driving in 124 runs, making him the first American leaguer since Babe Ruth to win 3 straight RBI titles. Padre teammates Gary Sheffield and Fred McGriff were slugging it out for the home run title. In one game, they hit back-to-back homers in the first, and 1 inning later, they did it again.
Sheffield makes another bid. Finley all the way back. He has his second of the game. And 22nd of the year. Here's McGriff now. He cranks one. McGriff making a bid, and he too has hit his second home run of the game. It's 7-1.
McGriff would win the crown with 35 homers, his 5th straight 30 home run season. The Pirates are threatening in the 11th inning, but rookie Chris Donalds is on his toes at the hot corner.
Breaking ball, ground ball. What a play by Donalds. Can he get him? Ball throw. Out! What a play by Chris Donalds. Wow! Check this out.
Just can't do it any better than that, and he's still got enough on the ball to get the runner. A good call at first as the Mets get out of a big, big jam.
The Dodgers were down on their luck most of the season, but one bright spot came on an August night when a somewhat obscure Kevin Gross made history.
So 9th inning, Dodgers 2, Giants nothing. Still no hits for the Giants. Every pitch now of paramount importance. Everybody out, everybody cheering, and Gross trying calmly not to listen to his heartbeat and concentrate on Scioscia's sign. Again, Gross out of his stretch. Kevin Ruddy in the strike one pitch is hit in the air to shallow left. Webster's got it. No hitter for Kevin Gross. He and Mike Scioscia throw their arms around each other. The Dodgers mob the big right-hander. And happy birthday, Mrs. Kevin Gross. Tomorrow, it's a birthday to remember all your lives together.
Robin Yount and the Milwaukee Brewers had a season to remember, one that made them contenders. While Yount and Paul Molitor produced their usual best, Phil Garner and company added something new. They stole 256 bases, most in the league in 16 years. Pat Listash, the rookie who wowed just about everyone with just about every facet of his game, chalked up 54 of his own. And Cal Eldred brought fresh respect to the pitching staff. A mid-season call-up, Eldred found a surefire way to stay, winning 10 in a row. In late August, the Brewers went to Toronto and found a way for the first-place Blue Jays to take them seriously. In the series opener, the Brews out-hit the Blue Jays 31-9 and outscored them 22-2.
That ties an American League record. A little number. There's another hit. Another run. Another record. That is the American League record. All time here tonight. 31 hits by one team in one game.
It wasn't exactly divine intervention, but to Otis Nixon and the streaking Braves, it seemed like it.
Foul to the screen, and the sprinklers come on here. A memo to the grounds crew. Let's see if they can get these babies turned off before the field becomes unplayable. They can. If you can't win the ball game, you try anything. Keep that streak alive. Otis Nixon was scared to death for a second. He didn't know what happened. Watch this. Oh, what a swing Otis must have taken. And Otis thought it was his swing that did it. And look out. Which way do I go? That was great. It's supposed to be fun, you know.
P.S. The Dodgers won the game and snapped the Braves' 9-game win streak. September is the time of pennants won and pennants lost, when the great races are played out in their final moments and all of baseball is waiting eagerly and anxiously to see how it all turns out. This September, baseball's attention early in the month was turned away from the field when Commissioner Fay Vincent resigned. In the midst of a long-standing feud over the restructuring of the commissioner's office, Vincent's decision followed a near-unanimous vote by the owners to seek his resignation.
Resolved that the major league clubs do not have confidence in the ability of the President Commissioner Fay Vincent to carry out the responsibilities of the office of commissioner, and that under his direction it is impossible for baseball to move forward effectively and constructively.
A replacement for Vincent is expected to be announced in the next few months. Back on the field, two-time MVP Robin Yount marked his 19th season by reaching a milestone only 16 other players had ever reached.
The 0-1 pitch. Swings, and there it is! A base hit into right center. He's done it. 3,000 for Robin.
While Yunt was savoring his historic moment, the red-hot Brewers were basking in theirs. They were more in the race than ever, and pitching was every bit the reason. Chris Bosio matched Cal Eldred's streak and chalked up 10 straight wins of his own. And the team that came from nowhere had climbed past the Orioles into second place, right behind Toronto.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a fly ball hit to shallow left field. Calling for it is Listash, and Listash makes the catch. And the Brewers have won, and Milwaukee has inched closer to the Blue Jays. They keep winning. They have won 21 of their last 28 games, and it's getting close.
Surprise, surprise. The Brewers were the league's hottest team in the second half. In the West, the Oakland A's were getting a tighter grip on their division lead. With a 6-game lead, the race was all but over when they knocked off the Twins 3 straight times.
Shane hits it to right. Sierra has it, and Oakland wins. The Athletics sweep the series from the Twins. They have won 9 consecutive games, and their magic number is down to 8.
With 5 days to play, the magic number was down to 1. And with the A's idle, they just sat back and watched.
The payoff pitch. Curveball, yes!
In a dual effort, shortstop Dick Schofield teams up with second baseman Jeff Kent to get 2. Watch.
The 0-1 to Fletcher. Curveball bounced toward the middle. Schofield reaches it, makes a behind-the-back flip. They get the force throw to first. It's in time. Unbelievable double play, and the side retired. Schofield went past the bag, gloved it, made a behind-the-back flip to Kent, who relayed it on to first. They double up Fletcher. Get out the highlight reels. That is the double play of the year.
Sparkling as that was, Mickey Morandini made a play that had not been made in 24 years.
There they go. There they go.
There it is.
1.
There it is.
There's 2.
Run to first. Oh, okay, okay.
He got it.
He got 3 and 1. Catch the ball, step on the bag, and make the tag. Nothing to it. Cincinnati's Bip Roberts made news with his bat when he led off this game against the Dodgers.
And there's a line drive and a base hit. Bip Roberts has tied the National League record. That is his 10th consecutive base hit. He's the first National League player to do it since 1943.
The Reds faded down the stretch, and on September 29th, the Braves were about to wrap up their Major League leading 23rd shutout. And best of all, their second straight division title.
Here comes the 2-2 to Patterson. Fly ball, center field. Otis Nixon is there, and Atlanta fans everywhere. Let the celebration begin again.
The West was won, and now for the East. Barry Bonds went on a sensational September drive in which he batted over 400, and for the second time entered the 30 home run, 30 stolen base club. No wonder the Pirates were 21-8 for the month. And division winners for a 3rd straight time.
Melendez 3-2 pitch. McKnight is down on strikes. The Pirates have done it. The Pittsburgh Pirates have won their 3rd straight division title. Jeff McKnight strikes out to end the ball game and propel the Pittsburgh Pirates into the National League Championship Series one more time. Kneel down.
Good time, lady. We got the chance.
Taking his race down to the wire, George Brett entered the 3,000 hit club in the rarest of fashion.
Tim Fortuno's pitch ripped on one
The Toronto Blue Jays took their pennant race down to the next to last day of the season. Just one strike away from eliminating the Brewers, and everyone with that clinching feeling.
The celebration is being drawn out a little too long for the faithful, but they're back on their feet again. Board set to go. Popped up. Owen's under it. The Jays have come through in 92.
And now for the prize, the chance to meet Oakland to decide the American League pennant. The championship series opened in Toronto's Sky Dome and pitted two veteran aces against each other. But in the ninth inning, it was veteran hitter Harold Baines who made the difference. With a leadoff home run, Baines snapped a 3-3 tie to give the A's their third home of the game and get them off to a flying start. But in Game 2, David Cone evened the playoff series. He coasted to a 3-1 victory and was unfazed by an aggressive Oakland team that produced 6 steals but only 1 run. In Oakland, for Game 3, everything went wrong for the A's. Ron Darling gave up home runs to Roberto Alomar and Candy Maldonado, and the victorious Blue Jays were up 2-1. In Game 4, the usually invincible Dennis Eckersley came on to hold a lead that had been as much as 5 runs going into the 8th inning. The Blue Jays cut it to 2, and in the 9th, Roberto Alomar cut it some more.
And a drive hit to right field. Sierra going back, looking up, and this game is tied. Roberto Alomar, with his second home run in as many days, has tied the game.
In what was the biggest comeback in playoff history, the Blue Jays went on to beat the A's in 11 innings and take a 3-1 lead. In Game 5, Dave Stewart put Oakland right back on course, pitching a 7-hitter to win 6-2. But if the A's were going to win the pennant, they would have to do it back in Toronto. There in Game 6, the Blue Jays wasted no time closing in on the goal that had eluded them 3 times before. They took a 9-2 lead going into the 9th, and then an anxious Toronto dugout held its breath on Tom Henke's final pitch to the Oakland A's.
High fly ball toward the line and left. Calling for it is Maldonado, and the Blue Jays have finally won the pennant.
And become the first Canadian team to reach the World Series.
Jimmy Gallag. I'll see you later.
Okay.
All right.
In the National League, it was the Pirates and the Braves all over again. The series opened in Atlanta. John Smoltz picked up where he left off in last year's playoffs, beating the Pirates for the 3rd straight time. In Game 2, Steve Avery threw 6 shutout innings and kept Pittsburgh's powerhouse Barry Bonds powerless. As for Atlanta's bats,
He has deep to left field. Kiss this one goodbye. It's the slam. 8-zip Braves.
Gant's grand slam was the biggest of Atlanta's 14 hits. And with a 13-5 final, the Braves had the Pirates right where they wanted them, down 2-0. The series moved to Pittsburgh for Game 3. 26-year-old rookie Tim Wakefield used his 55-mile-an-hour knuckleball to put the brakes on Atlanta. But in Game 4, John Smoltz continued to baffle the Pirates, this time with help from his bat.
That is a base hit into center field. Gant coming around to the plate. Van Slyke's throw, not in time. And Atlanta leads 1-0 on an RBI single by the pitcher, John Smoltz.
Smoltz contributed 2 of Atlanta's 11 hits, and in raising his 2-year postseason record to 4-0, he brought the Braves within 1 win of the World Series. But just when it looked as though the Pirates were about to lose their 3rd playoff series, Bob Walk saved the day. At age 35, Walk summoned up his best stuff, and with a masterful three-hitter, helped swing the balance toward the Pirates as they headed back to Atlanta. There, the Pirates came out swinging. Barry Bonds, rousing from his playoff slump, opened the floodgates against Tom Glavine in the second inning.
Deep to right field, way back and gone. Barry Bonds on a 1-2 pitch. Homers to right center, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead.
With his first homer of the playoffs, Bonds started the Pirates off to an 8-run inning that turned into a 13-4 blowout, sending the playoffs to a final Game 7. As if scripted for the occasion, the game was a wrenching pitchers duel that saw Pittsburgh close in on its first pennant in 13 years. In the ninth, Doug Drabek, leading 2-0, was replaced by Stan Belinda with the bases loaded and no one out. The Braves scored one on a sacrifice fly, and then down to their last out, they got the at-bat of a lifetime from pinch hitter backup catcher Francisco Cabrera.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Green. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win.
With the shockwave still running through Fulton County Stadium, the Braves were relishing one of the most astonishing finishes in playoff history. And thanks to a miracle, they were headed to the World Series. For the first time ever, the series would be a global affair. Fresh from their miracle pennant clincher, the Braves supplied the home crowd with another surprise hero in Game 1. This time, it was little but better-known catcher Damon Berryhill, whose sixth-inning three-run homer overturned Toronto's lead and gave the Braves all they would need for the victory. In Game 2, the chop was stopped cold in the ninth inning on this pinch hit from Blue Jay catcher Ed Sprague.
Well hit to left field. To the wall, Deion Sanders. Home run, Ed Sprague. Off the bench with a pinch hit two-run homer off Jeff Reardon to give the Toronto Blue Jays a 5-4 lead.
In what was becoming the postseason of unheralded catchers, the Blue Jays held on to win. And then they came home to Skydome to play the first ever World Series game in Canada. It turned out to be a perfect night for Canada's faithful as the Blue Jays beat Jeff Reardon in the ninth inning for the second straight night. This time, Handy Maldonado came up with the goods.
And Maldonado takes an 0-2 pitch to deep center to win the ball game. On an 0-2 pitch, he gave him something that Maldonado could drive, and he drove it, driving in Alomar with the winning run. Toronto takes Game 3, 3-2.
The Blue Jays followed Maldonado's hitting heroics by getting a brilliant, if surprising, pitching performance from Littleview starter Jimmy Key. With Key's 2-1 win, Atlanta went into Game 5 barely breathing. But in the fifth inning, with the bases loaded, Lonnie Smith came to bat and brought the Braves a reprieve.
Another 1-2 pitch. High in the air and well hit to right field. Carter to the wall. Grand slam, Lonnie Smith.
Smith's grand slam ensured a Braves victory and crushed any Blue Jay hopes of clinching in Canada. And with Toronto's lead cut to 3 games to 2, the series headed south. Game 6 was a gripping affair that tested the nerves of two nations and saw the Braves finally break through Toronto's bullpen by tying the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth inning on a single by Otis Nixon. But the Braves were done in 2 innings later by Dave Winfield.
The runners go on the 3-2 to Winfield. Down the line, a base hit. Into the left field corner. White has scored. Alomar comes around. The ball gets away from Gant. It's a 2-run double for Dave Winfield and a 4-2 Toronto lead.
Atlanta came back with 1, and then with a runner on third. And with the Braves down to their final out, Otis Nixon came up with a chance to once again be a hero.
Nixon bunts. Timlin on it. Throws to first.
For the first time in history, the World Championship banner will fly north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992.
After a long and arduous season, the Blue Jays enjoyed a triumphant finish. Others in baseball found their own measure of personal glory. Greg Maddux closed with a flourish to enter the magic circle of 20-game winners. Darren Daulton became the first catcher in 8 years to win the RBI crown. The American League said hello to dashing rookie center fielder Kenny Lofton. And the National League bid farewell to the kid, Gary Carter. Then, too, there were the special moments, the achievements that belong indelibly to the 1992 season.
Oh, my. He gets a hold of one and sends it to deep left field. Way back, and gone! A gargantuan night for Danny Tartabull. 5 for 5 and 9 runs batted in.
And the ball game is over. Roberto Hernandez comes in here to preserve Blackjack McDowell's 20th victory of the season.
That'll bring up Karras. He has tied the LA Dodger rookie record for RBIs.
To left field. Back goes Gant. Gone.
His 20th homer, his 82nd RBI. It's a new LA Dodger record for rookie.
As Butch Henry comes up, looking for his first major league hit. Butch Henry is 0 for 6. Slap down the left field line. Boss comes over. It gets by him. Henry has extra bases. Gonzo scores. Thomasy coming in. Henry going for third, and he is being waved home. Butch Henry is trying to score. The throw is not in time. Butch Henry, with his first major league hit, gets an inside the park home run.
Unbelievable.
And now, what better way to give a final send-off to the season than with the leather and grace of 1992's greatest plays.
Jeff Johnson gets a ground ball to Mike. Great play by Stankiewicz. 2. McRae is back, and it is caught.
Fastball hit hard off the mound. Great play by Houston behind the back. For a double play.
What a play.
Lofton on the move to the warning track to the wall. Leaps up and makes a great catch. Oh, it's barehanded. There's one for the highlight films.
Hello. Matthews just very calmly grabs it with the bare hand.
Larkin. Force play, and there's that acrobatic athleticism by Barry Larkin. Look at this play.
Look at this play. Just look at the play. Look at that play.